Good day, you beautiful people. Today we're checking out the iPhone Air, the iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Pro, and even the iPhone 17 Pro Max. We're finally gonna take our first look, and I'm also gonna explain what the differences are between these iPhones so that you can figure out which new iPhone is for you. Right, let's start with the iPhone Air. If I'm to be honest, I didn't think this would be the iPhone that I was most excited for. But after seeing the announcements, I badly wanted to check this out. Now, when the S25 Edge came out, I had valid concerns. AKA, I was wondering who wanted thinner phones? And just like when I held the Samsung S25 Edge for the first time, this actually quite impressed me. It feels so good in hand. Apple actually claims that this is the thinnest iPhone ever. And again, just like the S25 Edge, it's a phone that you need to hold in your own hands to understand just how nice it is. Despite all that though, my thing still is, if you can make phones this thin, why not make something mini again? As an iPhone mini girly, you know what I mean. So aside from being the thinnest iPhone, what are the things that this phone does? First of all, that's a 120Hz screen and it's ceramic shield too, which means it should be more durable. This is powered by the A19 Pro chip, a similar chip to the Pro phones, and it traps this 148 megapixel fusion camera on the back. Now, aside from that lone rear shooter, there is an 18 megapixel selfie camera on this, and it has the new center stage feature, which basically it adjusts the frame for your selfies. It widens it if it detects more people in the frame, and you can even shoot horizontally from the selfie camera without tilting your phone, because Apple's new thing now is that square sensor on the selfie camera. Now, what's interesting about this phone is supposedly this whole area is all battery and all the components are on that bump. Now, as with all the thinner and smaller phones, the main question has to be what is the battery life gonna be like on this phone? Of course, I've just unboxed it, so I can't really answer that. But for context, this reps a 3,149 milliampere battery. Now, looking at previous iPhones, the iPhone 15 Pro, iPhone 14, and iPhone 13 all have approximately 3,200 plus milliampere battery. And once upon a time, there was a Pro iPhone that had less battery capacity than this Air. The iPhone 13 Pro actually had a smaller 3,095 milliampere battery. Now, of course, it's not just actual battery capacity that dictates how long your phone will last. Power efficiency is also dictated by the A19 Pro chip and iOS 26. So again, we have yet to see how the 3,149 milliampere battery on this is to perform. Let me know if you guys want me to test that out in another video. Now, aside from all that, another thing to note about this phone as well, because of how thin this is eSIM only, and despite how thin it is, there also is a camera control button up here still. Now, one thing I know you guys are curious about, because I was curious about it too when I first got my hands on this, let's put this side by side with the S25 Edge. The next iPhone on our roster is, of course, the iPhone 17 Pro. And I know a lot of you are excited about this because this is the iPhone that sort of got a makeover. It looks completely different now. So let's unbox. Okay, at the announcement, I didn't think I'd like it as much. It just felt a little too boxy and utilitarian for me. You obviously get this bigger camera bump now, but it's actually not as boxy as I thought it would be. The bump isn't as thick as I expected too. And yeah, while I would still much rather a pink version. I can see why people love this look. Of course, you still have your camera control here. You have your unlock button, USB-C speakers, volume rockers, and the action button. Now that is quite unique to me. You have this like area now that's sort of a different texture. This is like the MagSafe area. I feel like this would be the perfect space for MagSafe. And then you have that bigger bump. So the thing about this new iPhone Pro is this is supposedly the brightest display on an iPhone with 3000 nits. It's also ceramic shield too, so that should be a more durable display. And this iPhone has a vapor chamber, which is good news for people who do like very intensive stuff on their phones, like gaming or shooting. That should be able to cool down your phone better. Of course, this is the Pro iPhone, so you're getting a triple 48 megapixel rear camera setup. So that's a lot. So you get the best cameras on the Pro, and up front that's an 18 megapixel selfie shooter, also with a center stage camera. Now if you're a creator, this is the phone you're gonna want to get. For people who shoot videos on their iPhones, good news, this phone supports ProRes RAW and Apple Log 2. Now, aside from the Pro, we also get a Pro Max, which is a bigger version of the Pro. This is a 6.3-inch screen versus a 6.9-inch screen on the Pro Max. Of course, because it is a bigger phone, you're also getting a bigger battery on the Pro Max. And another thing to note is that on the iPhone Pro Max, you get a 2 terabyte storage option. Meanwhile, the iPhone Pro tops out at 1 terabyte. Both phones start at 256 gig storage. And last but not the least, let's look at the iPhone 17. Right, so the iPhone 17 sort of looks like the iPhone 16. It's the most familiar new iPhone we have. Now, it is a little bigger by like a little bit, but that is a 6.3-inch screen now compared to the previous 6.1-inch screen. We're not getting pink this year, but I did get a lilac. This just in. It's not even lilac, it's lavender, which is still not pink. But yeah, what's pretty cool about the iPhone 17 is that it gets almost, if not the same screen as we see on the Pro. This is now Apple's Pro Motion display, which means it does 120 Hz. And it's also bright with max brightness at 3000 nits. Side by side with the iPhone 16, you barely see the difference. Now, the iPhone 17 is powered by an A19 chip. That's versus the iPhone 17 Pro, Pro Max, and Air, which are powered by the A19 Pro. It has 2 rear cameras, a 48 megapixel main shooter, and this is what I'm excited about on this phone, a second 48 megapixel wide shooter. And that's an improvement because the iPhone 16 only repped a 12 megapixel wide. On this phone, there's also an 18 megapixel center stage selfie camera, and this thing also has a bigger 3692 milliampere battery, which is also an improvement from the iPhone 16. And yes, this also has a ceramic shield 2 display. Of course, it's just my first look at the new iPhones. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which phones you'd want me to review. Or if you want a vlog test for any of the phones, comment down below. That's it for today's video. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's LAZADA_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Till next time. Ooh, say hi, Max. Also, this is my friend, Max. Say hi to him at Asian Geek Squads. Yay! We've been shooting these videos together.